Time for the cozy couch.
Hip hop, the hip hop, you don't stop. Rock it out, baby, rubber to the boogity bang bang, the boogie to the boogity beat. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am Wonder.
So this is cozy couch, which doesn't really. This couch isn't good.
No, it's really not.
I'm fine with
Sucks.
it. Just introduce
We're
yourself.
cozy talking about stuff. I think this kind of.
You know,
I mean,
That's Hybrid Hornet.
well,
That is
thank you.
Soulpwner12, and I'm Referee. We are all known in the tag universe, as
No
you
one
can
knows
say
you.
on DevPro. A lot more than you.
shut up.
He's our babysitter.
You know, I'd have, like,
Yeah, sure.
doesn't cozy couch sound like something from
Okay,
SNL?
can we start? Alright.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Doesn't
what
it
we're
sound like
going
on
to
SNL
do-
someone did a skit and it's called Cozy Couch?
Today, we're going to do
Yes.
a review of all the cards in Primal Origin and see, like, their effect on the meta and just which cards can go in what. And
I don't
how.
like artifacts.
Okay, we'll
No
go
one
over.
does.
You can express your feelings when we get to that card. The first card in the set that we have right now is ZS Banish Sage. Okay.
Wait, is that a ZW?
If you
Just
yes,
skip it.
this
It
is
sucks.
kind of. Oh my.
It sucks. Put it away.
It's
But
not
it's
even a
part-
ZW, it's a ZS.
What the?
You
Is
have
it
to
CS?
cover everything.
Zexal Sex.
No, we don't. We need.
Zexal Sex Banish Sage.
All right.
Okay, so
If
Zexal
you
weapon
can
is to equip to Utopia to use as a weapon. What is Zexal sex?
Drop Utopia.
All right.
What do you have there? What?
All right, hold on.
What?
I don't care what its name is. It's probably one of those S39 like things that like went with it. I don't know.
It's probably Zexal sex.
I know
Oh
what
my
it is.
God. If you control a Utopia monster, you can draw one card. During the battle phase, if a monster you control is banished, banish this card from the field. Then target one of those banished monsters, special summon that target, and if you do, banish one monster with 3,000 or less attack your opponent controls. You can only use one ZS Banish Sage effective per turn, and only once that turn.
Okay,
That is the most conditional thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know what Utopia is, but I don't think they have anything that banishes their own shit.
Unless you're playing like a deck that just banishes everything, this card isn't very good. I mean, the only thing that I could see that like goes in the meta that like helps with this is like
Can we talk?
Dimensional Prison Karmic Cut. This wouldn't be
Yeah,
very
I
useful in a Utopia deck to begin with, since there's so tight in like deck space. Yeah.
Let's talk about stuff that matters.
Oh, we'll get to stuff that matters.
No.
And you can talk your cock off, okay? Jesus Christ. Alright. Sorry if you believe me. I just said that.
You mean
Whatever.
cock-a-doodle-doo?
Yeah, sure. I'll say that.
He meant cock-a-doodle-doo.
Alright.
What the
We're
fuck are you
going-
talking about?
I
I'm
wanna see the
assuming this
shit.
next card is kind of... It's not
It's
a
just-
Galaxy
it's not
card, but
even-
it's like for
It's
them.
it's a level 8 thing. It's Heliosphere, the Supreme Shield Dragon. I'm gonna read this because I don't know what its effect is. If you control no other monsters and your opponent has 4 or less cards in their hand, your opponent cannot declare an attack. Once per turn, if
wait.
you control a level 8 dragon type monster, you can make this card level 8 until the end.
So basically, it's a horrible staller, and you can make some exceeds with it. So what?
And there's better ways to do this. There's better
Some
cards.
people might
There's
like
just
it.
better
I
cards.
think it's kind of bad.
It's like
There's-
those random tech.
It's
It's
just
like, oh, I'm so cute. I run this crappy thing.
Crappy.
No.
No? You don't want to do this?
No, I want
No.
to look at Blizzard Thunderbird because it's actually not that bad.
Really?
Wow.
I've been
actually-
I don't
kind
even know
of
what's
interested in like. There's this series of cards, and they're water type winged beasts, and they're focused on making those random exceeds where it's like, what is it? Ice Beast Seraphine.
And then there's like the Ice Princess
Yeah,
Zachacha.
that's kind of like a full armored Black Ray Lancer. But this one is actually okay if there's just better water winged beasts to use with it.
Maybe
so
we might
you
get
discard
more.
one, special summon
Ew.
a water wing beast from your hand and from your grave, and then you return the Blizzard Thunderbird to your hand. So that's not that bad, but it's a lot of like, you lose a lot of advantage when you do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Ancient Gearbox!
Ancient Gearbox. I am so sorry, Ancient Gears, that Konami trolled you and gave you such a horrible card.
When I heard there was more Ancient Gears for, I was like, yes! And then when this is this,
I saw the artwork and I knew it was bad. That's how horrible it looked.
he's just dumping.
He's like reaching inside himself. No. How are you even going to use this in ancient
He
Gears?
looks like rusted gear.
Oh, here, let me get something useful out of me.
The only
dump
use
this
I
there.
saw with this was like, what's that? Gear Auger. Add this, then you can add something else. What are you gonna do with this when it's in hand? Set it and be like, okay, this is 2K. You have no idea what I just said, bro. No, just
Next.
no. Next.
I'm disappointed.
Starduston. I have loved Dustins forever, and I knew they would get a Dustin monster. I'm sorry it's not Dust Bunny, all of you Dustin players. I'm sorry it's not Dustin Bunny. I wish
Dustin
so badly it was Dustin
Because
Bunny.
Dust Bunnies.
When was that a thing?
Since the
Long
beginning of
story.
time.
But
Yeah.
holy crap, if Dustin's top a regional this thing.
Possible.
I don't even.
It's not impossible.
I think it's possible.
I don't even know how to explain this. I mean, it's straight up. It's just like,
Well, what do you like? How do you get this card out?
how do you get this card out? You
Yeah.
send any number of Dustins you control in the grave. So basically,
Like which ones?
and they're Dustins, any Dustins, and their effects don't activate. So if they have bad effects, like the blue
Oh,
one or the
really?
red one, their effects don't activate because they were sent. They weren't destroyed.
I thought they could be. Whoa. Okay, so this card gets around that. Right. That
Yep.
makes sense.
And then it gains 1,000 attack for each, and your opponent can't set spell and traps, and they cannot flip or special summon. Notice that it says your opponent can't, so you can still do everything. They just get hurt.
The one downside to this card is if you control more monsters than your opponent does, destroy this card. So if you have something,
Pajama Trio.
so if your opponent has some sort of card to clear his own field with like a monster, like maybe he could well, you can't even tribute them, so
I don't know
Just-
what he's going to do.
just like torrential or something, and you find a way to protect
Final
your
attack
Stardusting, it
orders.
doesn't matter.
He can't activate set spell and traps. He can't torrential.
Final attack.
Fine
orders.
then.
You can dark hole. There you go.
Wonderful.
And
You just did a 1-for-1, bro.
I mean,
Good job.
with freaking Kane's Doom and Abel's Doom. Oh my god.
Can of beer that's sweeter than honey, like a millionaire that has no money, like a rainy day that is not wet, like a gambling fiend that does not bet, like Dracula without his fangs, like a boogie to the boogie without the boogie bang, like collard greens that don't taste good, like a tree that's not made out of wood, like going up and not coming down. It's just like a beat without sound, no sound to the beat. You do the freak, everybody just rock and dance to the beat.